He said, we don't know much, but one thing we know. I said, what? He said, we feel very safe when we are around Sikhs. So that's, just imagine, if that's the image that many communities work hard for, and they pay dollars to different agencies and advertising companies to build an image, like Mercedes, right? If I say Mercedes, right away, what is your thought?
Big fancy car.
Huh?
Big fancy car.
Big fancy car and
I just think like a car.
a car, but
And a big company.
big company. Why do you think a big company?
Because it's just like a lot of people have Mercedes.
Yes. But why?
There's a lot of advertisements like, oh yeah, get this Mercedes and that kind of stuff.
And then they got
Yes.
popular.
They're popular.
It's like you just think about good deal. That's what it is.
Yeah. But one of the things why people want to have Mercedes is
They like build a reputation.
they build a reputation that it's the most reliable car, it's the most safe car, right?
Totally.
And it is fancy and they give you a sense of power, right? So there is an image behind any product. Why people want to have iPhone versus some other phone? Yes?
Because people say it works better.
It works better because the reputation, they build it, right? So what I'm trying to say, just like a product has a reputation, similarly a community has a reputation. Our community reputation is, we are reliable people, we are strong people, we don't beg, we don't cheat, right? And we don't do bad stuff to weak people.
I know.
We don't exploit people, exploit poor. So what I'm trying to get to is, who built this image? Who built this kind of system where people automatically, the moment they become Sikhs, they have to behave in a certain manner?
Because all the gurus, every timeline of the guru and the reign, they always show an image to others, saying we will help you even though you don't have anything in return for us.
Yes.
Because that is who we are. Just for example, like Guru Amar Dev Ji, Guru Amar Das Ji. Guru Amar Das Ji didn't know anything about Sikhism, and he was a very rich Hindu merchant, and he heard Bibi Bani Ji singing one day, and then he gave all that up just to become a Sikh and to be a very reliable and kind person.
Yes, yes. So all the gurus all the gurus gave us that ethical system or thinking, way of thinking, so we could be a people who be respected. Our community will be respected because of our ethics, the way we behave, the way we treat others. So when I say Chote Sahibzade were tayar bar tayar, that's how they needed to be. At that moment they needed to show strength. They cannot display weakness because they are the sons of the great Guru, Guru Gobind Singh. So when the guards came, they were ready. They said, are you guys ready? They said, yeah, let's go. So they put the handcuffs and they take them to the spot. And there were these two very bad criminals, killers, who were in jail. And they were Bashir Khan and Wasil Khan. They were brought out, and Wazir Khan said, we're gonna have you do something for us, and are you guys ready to do it? These guys said, yes, anything, as long as you set us free. They were in jail, in Wazir Khan's jail, and Wazir Khan said, yes, okay, we'll let you go. We'll set you free as long as you do this thing for us. And they said, what? He said, we will have you build a wall around these two boys. And even those two guards were surprised and shocked because they were never given a task of killing a child. But now that they have already promised, they said, okay, that's okay. And as long as we get our what hearts desire, we can do this for you. So these two guards, these two criminals, were given the task of start building the wall. So the Qaji again and Wazir Khan asked Chote Sahibzade, have you changed your mind? Look, we are serious. We are not bluffing. We were not just saying these things just to get you to change your mind. We are ready to do it. This wall will be built around you. Are you ready to change your mind? And what do you think the answer would have been?
No.
Exactly. So Sahibzadas stood firm and they said, we don't care what you have. You do what you need to do. We will do what we need to do. And he said, what are you going to do? He said, we will stand firm and do jikare. I said, we'll make sure that you don't do jikare. So they start building the wall, and the Qaji did the first ritual, and they started the process. So brick by brick, and Baba Joravar Singh kept on asking Baba Fateh Singh, because he was concerned about his younger brother. He was only 7 years old, right? They said, are you okay? Baba Fateh Singh said, I am absolutely fine. I'm going to always be standing tall and firm like you, my brother. So they started building a wall, and they kept on doing chikare. But after a while, the wall came all the way up to their neck, and Baba Fateh Singh was already covered, and he could no longer hear his voice. So Baba Joravar Singh's face was also covered by brick, and finally nobody could hear. But Wazir Khan was not sure that whether these people are killed or not, whether they've died or not. So he said, why don't you open this wall? So they break up the wall, and both Sahibzadas fell down on the ground, and both of them were unconscious.
But
They were still breathing, but they were unconscious. They had fainted because they could no longer breathe. So then Wazir Khan ordered these two criminals, guards, or these to take out their sword and kill both Sahibzadas. So the historians say that they cut off their vein of the neck, and Bade Sahibzada, Baba Joravar Singh, lived for 2.5 minutes. That his body didn't die immediately, and his body was shaking for 2.5 minutes, and then he died. And then Chote Sahibzade lived for almost 12 minutes. His body reacted indifferently, even though his jugular vein was cut, his artery was cut, but his body was still shaking for almost 12 minutes. That's what the historians say. And finally his body became completely still, and they declared that both of them died. So that was the end of these two great lives. And then they sent somebody to inform Mata Gujri ji, who was on the third floor on the tower. And when they said, Mataji, your both grandchildren are no more. So Mataji was already in a very sort of like a trance. So she prayed to Vaheguru, and she said, Vaheguru ji, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਲਾਜ ਰੱਖ ਲਈ, ਕੌਮ ਦੀ ਲਾਜ ਰੱਖ ਲਈ. That they kept the honor of the faith, they kept the honor of the Guruji, that they did not change their religion. So she was very curious that what did they do at the very last moment? They said they were still very firm in Chaddi Kala. So that's what the guards told her. So she was in a way very satisfied, but right at that moment, after she did the ardas,
Oh no!
story about Chote Sahibzada Shahidi, and I've video recorded it. I can send it to you. You can listen to it. So listen, beta. So Mata Gujri ji was Mata Gujri ji was doing ardas at that moment, and after she completed her ardas, after she completed her ardas, and she thanked Vaheguru for the Chote Sahibzade kept the honor, kept the respect of the faith. They behaved like their grandfather and great-grandfather, and they felt strong, remembering their own father, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Yes?
I just want to ask, was most of the people here like happy that I wasn't here?
Yeah.